So when does the music actually start to crack off? Or no, you said you got arrested for the car thing. So is that when you kind of like you get locked up and then all of a sudden that kind of turns you on to the street more?
Nah.
Oh, that's kind of what I was assuming.
Nah, like, all right, boom, like, I got locked up. I was in that bit. So shit, that's when I really started making music. Like, I really started writing, and I was just trying. So like I just started rapping. Like I started rapping for everybody that was fucking with it, and then they sentenced me to a program. So I had to go do I had to go to a program and shit. So like that's when I really started like really paying attention, like rapping and shit. Then like the adult styles on the door, I'm like, man, you fire, man, you need to get out and do that shit for real. Like everybody boosted my head up to do it. So I called home one day. I'm like, hey bro, man, when I get out, I'm gonna rap, man. He laughing and shit because I kept saying it. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna rap for real. I got out, did that shit just for fun though. That bit was like started doing views, like local views type shit. And then I had ended up getting locked up again. I had got out, went to the state championship. We won, and then I got locked up.
For what?
A gun charge. So then that's when I got out. I made a song called First Week Out, but I was on like ankle monitor and shit. I dropped that bit. Before you know it, that bitch is at like 400K on YouTube. And then around this time in the city, this like I think like 2019.
Right.
I want to say, like we ain't had no rappers from Jacksonville around that time. We did, but like it was only like 4 rappers.
Right.
So like I dropped that bit, and around that time there was a lot of views for YouTube.
Hell yeah.
So that bit went to going up. So I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like I ain't know nothing about music though, so I'm thinking like, damn, I got 400,000 views on YouTube. I need to be signed to somebody.
Right.
Like I'm, you feel me? So this round time I'm at my breaking point though. Like I'm debating on should I go to school. You feel me? Like I'm kicked out of the house. So I've been staying with my brother for like a year. I've been like
Because your mom's mad at you about the gun charge?
Nah, like me and my mama was just like I ain't gonna lie, like I don't know, bro. Me and my mama used to just be going. Me and my mama used to just be clashing, like.
Right.
We used to be clashing bad.
I feel it.
But like now my mama my best friend though.
Right.
I made sure my mama good.
You got your own spot now?
Yeah, for sure.
So you can fuck bitches and you don't have to worry about your mom getting involved. As soon as I was able to have my own apartment and I could fuck girls and not have to worry about my mom like knocking on my door,
like
me and my mom got along great.
Yeah.
But during that whole time when I was in high school where she's trying to stop me from getting some pussy, we were not cool.
Yeah.
I
was getting kicked out. I was getting kicked out because like me and my sister would be going at it.
Yeah.
And shit like that, or shit, just stupid shit. Right. I was just used to just do dumb shit.
Makes sense.
But yeah, what the fuck I was talking about?
Just putting out the song and getting lit.
Right,
and you wanted to get signed to somebody.
Yeah, I was thinking I was supposed to be signed to some shit, but like everybody started knowing who I was and shit, like the whole city. And then like after that, I was debating on if I was going to school or not. Like, yeah, so like it was basically like I was like not going to school in sort of a sense, like. And then I was like, all right, I'm getting my mind right. I had a long talk with my coach, and I was like, bro, I'm just like leave the streets alone for good, like you know, stealing cars and shit like that. So like I'm like, man, I'm leave the streets alone for good. So like around this time, when I had got out and shit, it was shit going on in the city, but I was locked up. I was locked up when shit went down. So before I locked up, I was good with everybody. You feel me? But like people started getting into it and shit, and like it was like people over here that I was cool with and people over here that I was cool with, but I ain't know they got into it. Like I'm locked up.
Right.
You feel me? So like when I got out and shit, it was like I'm still looking at it like I'm good with everybody. Like I ain't beefing with nobody, but the whole time they beefing type shit.
Right.
So it was like they was trying to. It was on some like trying to make me pick a side. I wasn't picking a side though. But
at some point they're gonna make you, right?
Yeah, and it got to that point, and that shit caught up with me towards school and shit. So like niggas started doing little lame shit like coming to the school and shit.
Oh yeah, it got shut down, right?
Yeah, so like then it got to a point where like the principal like, oh, this is not a safe environment for you. You don't need to be here because you making it danger for other kids that go here.
Damn.
And I'm on the football team. Like I done really talked to my coach and told him I'm done with the streets. Like you feel me? I'm done. Like.
But you're rapping about the streets, so.
No, around this time I only dropped one song.
And you weren't dissing ops right from the beginning.
Nah, I just was rapping gangster, like rapping on shit I heard other people rap. I was just rapping gangster. You feel me? So
and these dudes are just coming to the school and acting hard
in front of a school police officer at that. Like,
I mean, that's just kind of hard to even.
That's dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
So one day, dumbasses come to the school. They like, oh, JDot better not come out the gate. We're gonna face his ass. From the school officer. I don't know if they had anything, but supposedly everybody fake clutching.
Right.
So school officer call it in, boom, boom, boom. They call the real police officers to the school. I'm in the auditorium though. The school I went to, we don't got service in that motherfucker at all. So I don't know what's going on. So the coach, we in the auditorium, we're going over film, coach cursing us out of shit. So they keep calling my name over the intercom, like report to the office. So we can't move unless the coach tell us to. So the coach like, son, take your motherfucking ass to the office and bring your ass right back because we got a game tomorrow. This day before game day, my senior year, starting running back. Man, I go to the office, I see like motherfucking 10 police officers. And remind you, like, I'm still on papers and shit, like, you feel me? So I'm like, I slow it down. I'm like, I ain't going back to jail. Like, that shit dead. So my mom and my daddy out there too. So they like, nah, son, you ain't in trouble. We trying to make sure you okay. So I'm like, what you mean? So like when I get further into the office, that's when my phone started picking up signal. My phone started blowing up. Everybody texting me like, oh, don't come out the gate. Don't come out the gate.
The dudes that posted on social media?
I know everybody see them outside the school.
Okay,
and remind you, they was like, JDot better not come out the gate. We're gonna face his ass. You feel me? Like everybody know. Around that time, everybody knew me by JDot.
Right.
So it's like, they knew what they was talking about. So everybody texting me like, oh, don't come out the gate. Don't come out the gate. Like it's like 10 different people texting me, don't come out the gate. So I'm like, what the fuck? So principal and shit come out like, oh, there was a threat made against you. We need to ask you off school premises. So he like, I tell you when come back to school. So around this time, I'm just hanging with my friends. Like around this time on the weekend, they got little hotel parties to go to at Hoes. I'm going with them boys. You feel me? So it's like, bro, like 2 months passed. They never called me. Football season done started. Like basically, I done dropped out. So when they finally called me and tell me I come back to school, they played me. The dean see me in the hallway, like, what you doing here? I'm like, the principal told me I come back to school today. Take me to the principal. This motherfucker in there telling me, oh, you can't go here no more. You feel me? Like, you red flag. Like, you can't go here. You missed too many days. So I'm like, bro, I only missed too many days. Y'all told me when y'all was gonna tell me I come back to school. So basically, like, they went to calling other schools and like shit. I guess like they went to calling alternative schools because the public school option was dead. Like that shit was over with. Public school was over with. So they went to calling like little undergraduate schools and shit. Like I don't know, like what the fuck they supposed to be. They alternative basically, and like that shit was dead too. So basically, I just was dropped out. Like that shit was just over with, and that's when it clicked. Like it was shit going on in the streets. Basically, I was in beef now. You feel me? Getting the job was dead.
Right.
Like around this time, this generation that I was in, that's when like it got to a point. Not saying people ain't been coming away wherever you at, but around this time, it got to a point where motherfuckers was really coming to your job,
right?
Like, trying to fuck you up. You feel me? So it was like I knew off top, like, oh, they'll wait on you after you get off work. So I knew it was like getting a job was dead.
All right, people, we just hit 300,000 subscribers. You know we're trying to hit 400,000 subscribers. So that little red button, tap it, tap in. Appreciate y'all.